And a little less louder now. All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mike Files. We are just having a lovely day. It's just really been something. You know, we've got just all sorts of things going on. We've got, Skeletor is flying all over the place. For the life of me, I can't figure out why we keep doing this. Why in the world are we flying Nancy Pelosi anywhere? Why in the fuck would we fly her anyplace? I mean, it's bad enough what, excuse me. No, I know this is my fucking standard trick. I always forget the fridge. There we go. Oh, and hopefully it doesn't kill the camera. Sometimes it does. Because I did such an awesome job wiring the studio. No, we've got Skeletor flying around Asia, and nobody knows where she's going. For security's sake, of course. Joe Biden got the Rona again. So he's tested positive just days after his full recovery. He's right back in there again. He's got that Rona. I mean, I don't know. This has been something that I've heard of happening with folks, but what am I to say? I'm not a medical professional, and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I've only had it twice. So, with that in mind, let's see if I can take this. Well, I was going to try and take this green color off. It's a little green. We're a little greeny. We're from Colorado. Nah, just kidding. I love all my Colorado people. All right, what do we got going here? We got some goofy lights. All right, let's just take this saturation. There we go. Now that's a little better, huh? Yeah, we like that. God damn her. Yeah, it looks good. Now, anyway, so Jabribin got the Rona again. Skeletor is flying around on a booze cruise, trying to start World War III. The definition of recession is no longer the definition of a recession, and in the meantime, all the idiots that y'all voted for are just, passing more legislation to spend more money, more spending, more of this, more of that, I mean, they can't get away from doing it. I mean, but look on the bright side, diesel fuel went down like 20 cents to, I think I was getting it at $6, and it's down to $5.80. So it's at the price I was bitching at like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. I don't know, folks, but I've had enough of this bullshit. I don't know where you're all at with it, but this shit is not fucking cutting it. It's not working. This is not working. This is a joke. Like, I mean, this is bad. I mean, we've got the Chinese government is saying if Skeletor tries to land in Taiwan, that they could potentially, they can, start maneuvers to divert Skeletor, and if she persists, then they could take her down, and there's no retort. Can you imagine? Anybody from any government saying that to Trump? I mean, that shit wouldn't have flown. We wouldn't be in any of this bullshit if Trump was still in office, to tell you the truth. I mean, this shit wouldn't be going on. Putin would not have attacked Ukraine. We wouldn't have China and Russia making agreements to start up a currency that's going to be backed by rare earth metals. I don't personally see anything. I mean, I wish that the United States was willing to do that. I mean, since Nixon took us off the gold standard in 1971, we have been on the fiat currency system, and it is about broke. It's about broken. It's just about on its last leg. Now, I don't know. I could be wrong. They might figure out some way to prop it up and bail us out again. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how they do it, you know. I mean, the last one, we couldn't knuckle up and take that one on the chin. And I don't know. I don't know. We are 31 trillion in debt, and we're just going to keep going further and further. And Biden has his little spending plan. This is going to be a great piece of legislation. Fuck. Yeah. Okay. Let's throw another couple trillion at it. I mean, the thing is though, you have Janet Yellen, who is she's some kind of a Wookiee or something. I mean, at least I guess the one thing I can say for Janet Yellen is that she did have the wherewithal to admit she was wrong, because she had said that, that the inflation was transitory. Well, for anybody that's been listening to this show since its inception, or reading anything I've said, I've been talking about inflation for quite some time. The last couple years. But what do I know? I'm just some idiot in Wyoming, right? I wouldn't know anything about a goddamn thing, right? I mean, that's what everybody thinks. He's just a moron. Pretty much everything that I've said has come true, and it's coming true, and it's going to get ugly. This whole thing going on, with China making a bold ass threat like that. Whew. I don't know. I look back at the history of our presidents, whether or not I liked them, and I can't really think of any that I really have. Trump was funny, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I quite honestly think that anybody that has the ego to run for that position is probably a little bit flawed, mentally. I mean, I can't imagine wanting that position. Would any of you want to be the president? I wouldn't think so. You're only in there for 4, maybe 8 years. And the thing is like, you're doing what you're told. I mean, Obama was hoping change. He gets in there, he gets a letter from Citibank, and it's got the same list of the cabinet members that George Bush Jr. had, the Steve Mnuchins and, the usual suspects, and, he's got to put them on. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, Trump tried to do a lot of different things that got shut down, and Biden, I don't know what he's trying. I don't know. I have no idea what it is he's doing. He doesn't have any idea what he's doing. He doesn't have a clue. You watch that guy walk around and stammer and stutter and mutter and get angry. Start doing the get off my lawn routine. It's like, what in the fuck is wrong? This guy's got talking about how he's sick of the lies, and it's like, dude, these aren't lies. It's like, this is the truth, bro. Sorry, dog. Why don't you go with your hairy legs and go get in that swimming pool? Go hang out with some roaches. Tell stories. But you can tell there's certain warning signs about dementia, right? Like rambling on and telling the same stories. Maybe I have dementia. I can only hope. Getting confused, mixing up words that you should know. Just out and out lying. Getting angry. The anger. That's a big telltale sign right there. The anger. He gets so mad. He sounds like Grandpa Simpson. Grandpa Simpson would be better. Quite frankly. It doesn't really matter, though. It really doesn't matter, because it's the man behind the curtain. Not the man. There's people pulling his strings. I mean, they got their hands up his ass like a sock puppet, and he chirps when they want him to. But the problem is he reads that teleprompter And then he just says whatever's on it like Ron Burgundy. It's awesome. Don't read that, Joe. Sit down. Go to your chair. Be quiet. Raise your hand to talk. I personally, though, have had enough of this bullshit. And here's my issue, and here's where I'm coming from. Before you start thinking I'm Mr., this could be one of those moments where, he's just a crazy right-wing son of a bitch. No, I'm not. Okay? I think everybody should have health care. I think that college debt should be forgiven. I think that we shouldn't have any more fucking homeless people. I don't think we should be at war. I don't think we should kill any more brown people, black people, white people. I don't think we should try and kill any more people. Does that make me a right-wing neocon? I personally don't care what anybody's gender identity or sexual orientation is. It doesn't. Are you happy? Are you decent? Are you a decent person? That's all that matters. Other than that, it's none of my business. I mean, I'm very socially liberal, and financially, or fiscally, I'm over it. This bullshit about chasing a dollar around and being so worried about finances, it's killing us all. It literally is. You think about what is the most stressful thing in your life? Is it your sexual orientation or your gender identity, or is it paying the bills? Is it putting fuel in your car? Is it putting food in your refrigerator? I mean, and that all comes down to what? The money, right? I mean, that's where it's at. Almost everybody that I talk to on a daily basis, I ask these questions to people, and that's what they tell me. It's like if it wasn't for worrying about money, like life would be good. And then we have these oligarchs, right? These idiots like Skeletor that's flying around Asia for what fucking reason? Why would we send an idiot like her over to some of the most, these Asian nations are you have some of the most intelligent people on the planet. And you're sending her over there with a band of nitwits. Who's she taking? Who's she dragging along with her? I know she's got a merry band of morons. And the big question is she going to land in Taiwan? Well, here's the deal. The One China agreement says that we're not going to meddle. And so everybody's saying, well, she's got to go there to show her. It's like that fucking Nuke LaLoosh or whatever from fucking Bull Durham. I'm going to establish my fastball with authority. Out there on the mound shaking off, Crash Davis. Crash Davis keeps making, telling him what to throw, and he says, I need to establish my fastball with authority, and Crash is like, okay. Goes back and tells him, when you speak of me well, and he tells him what the next pitch is, that's kind of what we got going on here, is some bullshit like that. Why would you send Joe Biden anywhere? Who's greenlighting this tomfuckery? Who's greenlighting Joe Biden fucking flying over to the Middle East? Who's greenlighting? He goes to the Middle East, and then Nancy Pelosi goes to fucking Asia. Why? To embarrass us more? As a country, it's pretty embarrassing. Watching Nancy Pelosi do anything is embarrassing. Watching Joe Biden walk is embarrassing. I can't imagine if he was trying to chew gum. He'd probably spit out his dentures and, choke to death. It's just crazy. And then you got little Hunty. He's just running around all willy-nilly. Just doing his little fucking, hookers and blow or whatever he's into, crack, guns, obtaining guns illegally. Nah, we're not going to do anything. The FBI, they get up there. Matt Gaetz is grilling the FBI the other day, and the dude's just sitting there going, no, we're not going to talk about a investigation. He goes, oh, so there is an investigation. Well, we're not going to talk about a potential investigation. I was like, well, dude, you kind of are a public servant, man, and you're like, you've got, you've got people that are elected officials asking you questions, and you just feel like you're above it. Like the CIA is above it, but the FBI is not. Like the CIA, the ends justify the means. We were talking about this the other day. They're kind of they're playing two different sports, you know. Like one of them's playing fucking field hockey, and you know one of them's playing rollerblade hockey. Guess who's on the rollerblades? Yeah, I'm not even going to go there. Anyway, been a hell of a day. I've been spraying tenacity all over my yard today, trying to get that thing back in shape. What a nightmare. Had to aerate it. Been cutting, the trees. The end is in sight. I'll be seeding it tomorrow, and I can take a break. But I'm sitting here looking at my notes, and I've got notes for fucking groundskeeping. Oh, in the meantime, lawmakers got another $10,000. I think we talked about that. Starting on the 1st of August, and they're going to get $150 a month for monitoring security. Chris Cuomo joins News Nation. That's great. We got Chris Cuomo back on the station that no one's. I mean, I don't know. There'll be more people that hear them than hear me. I only have 3.2 listeners. But hey, it is what it is. We're mad at Mexico, for nationalizing its energy because, geez, what are we going to do now? We've got Onion Dick is wandering all around the planet begging for oil. We're stealing oil from Syria. We don't need to be involved in anybody else's energy. We should be involved in our energy. When I say our, I'm talking about just the United States as a country. However, that got taken out within 10 minutes of what's his name taking over the mushhead. I mean, it's so funny. I mean, it's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. We sit here and we have problems with pronouns and bathrooms. It's like, I personally don't care. You want to be called something that's grammatically incorrect? You want me to call you them? If that's what you like, fine. You can be them or they. I don't know how that pans out. If you're schizophrenic or bipolar or what the deal is, I don't get it. I probably never will. But if that's what you want and if you're happy with that, that's fine. If that makes you happy and that's all that it takes, then I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I don't care what bathroom people use. It doesn't bother me. Here's my only request. If you got to go number 2, use a bathroom. Just don't go on the street. Use a bathroom. This is a society. We do have certain things that we should keep in some kind of order because everything is disorder right now. It's so goofy. We have a Supreme Court justice that just got put on the court, on the Supreme Court of the United States of America. We have a justice that is a black female that cannot give a definition of a woman, even though she knows the reason that she was nominated for that position was because she was a black female. I don't have anything against black females. Trust me, not at all. Nothing. Not anything. What I do think is goofy is that you're going to, if you have an individual that is the best suited for the position, I don't give a shit if we're talking about, somebody that looks like Roger from fucking American Dad. If they're the best person for the job, then get them in there. Or best alien, whatever. Who gives a shit? The issue comes when you start saying that this is the person, like Biden said. He said, when I have a chance to make a nomination, it's going to be a black woman. Now, I don't have an issue with that. Not at all. Is this person the best fit the best qualified, the most qualified for the job. I'm not one to say. I don't know enough about it. I'm not saying that she's not, but here's what I can say is that this female can't give a definition of a female, even though she is a female, and she knows that she was nominated for the position because she's a black female. She knew that. Everybody knew that. Biden came out and said that's what was going to happen, so everybody knew it. She knew it. So when she's asked that question and she says she can't define it, then it's like, okay, I'm a woman. I mean, I wrote a whole big diatribe about that the other day. It'll be up on Medium probably later tonight. I'm not going to get into it right now, but maybe I'll read it later. Back to my teleprompter. I've already gone through it all. I've already said everything, and see, that's the thing. I've messed with putting this thing up here, just talking points up on the other monitor, and I typically just go right past it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I already talked about this. It's just crazy, okay? And the other thing that just bothers the shit out of me is the homelessness problem. That just gets me every single time. These assholes, these grifters, these phony fuckers in D.C. allocate more money for war and for those involved in war to get more. It's just an uptick of wealth is all it is. It's it's on a computer, and they just boop, and off it goes to the military-industrial complex. Mark my words, when Liz Cheney doesn't win in Wyoming, you watch where she ends up. You watch. I've already said it. She's going to do the revolving door thing, or she's going to flip-flop parties, and they're going to put her on a Democratic ticket for the presidency because the Democrats ain't got shit. Now, her dad would probably shoot somebody in the face with oh, wait, he's already done that. God damn it. Never mind. Yeah. So I'm just talking about, these people I've not even got going on Wall Street, Silicon Valley. This money that these people are spending, it's right in front. How much do you think that this costs for Pelosi to go gallivanting around? Okay, I've seen receipts from her flights. I saw one a couple of years ago. It was like $130,000 in liquor on one of her little private flights. $130,000. What do you think this is costing? What do you think it costs for Bumblefuck to go fly around the Middle East and knuckle bump, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, who he said he was going to treat like a pariah? And then he laughs about it when they bring it up. Like it's funny, Oh yeah, go ahead and just, cut the heads off of our media. It's all good. Fucking knuckle up, buddy, Come on, dog. It's crazy shit. Just nuts. This world is out of its fucking mind. And we're out of our minds for sitting here and letting this go on. We just sit here and we just go, duh, I try and talk to people about this shit, and people are just like, they don't even fucking know what's going on. Like, they're more worried about, their fucking iPhone, or what, watching TikTok. You sit there and try to have a conversation with people, and they're just like fucking out there in the fucking ozone layer. And then when they do try and, then you lay something down at them, and they respond with something fucking stupid like, look at my TikTok video. It's like, who gives a fuck about that little kid dancing around? I don't care. Maybe I'm too harsh. But the thing is, this is happening in front of our faces. And we're sitting here watching it. And we're just, it's like, might as well just, lick your thumb and stick it right up your bum. Have another fucking Hot Pocket, pal. You've got the FBI that's pushed the stupid Russian hoax. They've labeled parents as terrorists. That's the fucking, the head of the Department of Justice, Merrick Garland. Thank goodness he didn't get on the Supreme Court. parents are terrorists. And then in the meantime, they're talking about how everybody's going to be treated the same, and you got little Hunty just running around, just, got his little dingling hanging out all the time, wandering around naked with a pistol, bringing, Russian hookers into the country, paying them on camera for sex, paying them on camera. He's filmed it. It's out there. We've all seen it. He's filming himself paying Russian hookers for sex that he's brought over to this country. Now, I'm not positive, but one would think that there might be a problem with that. Like, there's got to be some kind of a federal statute about that. I mean, come on now. I know I wouldn't get away with it. And then we got, the most obnoxious nitwit that there is, a little Shifty Schiff. We get to watch that Eraserhead. Oh my God. Where did that guy come from? Who voted for him? Who voted for that guy? If you voted for that guy, I mean, Jesus Christ, you're an idiot. Anybody that voted for him, or for Joke Broden, or whatever his name, Joke Bryden, that guy, you guys ought to just, you really should be hanging your head in shame. At least one of the Paul brothers came out and admitted it. I mean, that was stand up. He was like, yeah, I fucked up on that one. You got Shifty Schiff. Oh my God, that guy. What a pompous jackass. I mean, somebody that day reads in the riot act and it's all true, and he just, well, since you've chosen to attack me instead of dear this shit that we got going here, I mean, come on. Where was all that footage and all that shit? Then they're saying there's 5 people that died. There wasn't 5 people that died there. It was the one lady. That was it. The cop had a stroke after, it was later on. He was off shift. I mean, come on. Off Shifty Shift. Maybe he was hanging out with Shifty Shift. Maybe that's why he stroked out. I don't know. Sorry. Not sorry. You've got that bridge troll Janet Yellen, the Secretary of the fucking Treasury. She doesn't, again, no, she at least took responsibility for being fucking wrong, which is something Joe Biden has yet to do about a thing, even though he has never been right about anything in foreign policy in his entire 50-some-odd fucking years of being a relic. The dude has plagiarized other politicians from overseas. He's plagiarized their speeches. He plagiarized shit when he was in college. He lied about his place in his class. He's lie. Everybody knows they're crooked. Everybody knows that his brother's crooked. Everybody knows that his kid's crooked. I feel like the kid, though, has been put in that position. I've said that before. I think that I kind of feel, I don't feel bad for old Hunty. But I also think that, we're all a product of our environment. And I think the big guy, and this has been coming out all over the place today, is the big guy. Everybody knows who the big guy is. We've known since before the last election who the big guy was. We've known since then. So the FBI got in there and said, and you had 51 members of the intelligence community, including Brennan and Clapper, who fucking greenlit that fucking letter saying that this was Russian disinformation. Clapper should have been thrown away a long time ago. Nothing happened. He got to sit there and skate through until the statutes and limitations of him lying were up. And now he's some kind of credible person to sign off on some shit like that. Brennan, same fucking thing. The CIA paid, taught, trained to lie. These are not people that tell the truth, ladies and gentlemen. So, the FBI is in the same place. They all lie. The politicians lie. Your president lies. Your vice president can't hardly speak. She laughs. She cackles. I don't know what the fuck she's saying. Something about the significance of the passage of time. over and over and over and over on repeat. She's like one of them fucking records that just skips and keeps going back. Every time she gets up there, it's just like, what in the fuck is this woman talking about? How did she ever even get to, I mean, never mind. We all heard her story. It's so sad. So sad. I'm sure she's a very nice person. Her husband's interesting. He gets up there with fucking Pete Buttigieg, the Secretary of Transportation, who thinks that roads are racist. That was an interesting speech that he gave about racist roads. It's like, dude, you're the motherfucking Secretary of Transportation, dog. If the road's racist and it's got potholes and shit, then fix the motherfucker. You know? Nobody wants to sit here and listen to you talking about racist roads. I mean, did anybody hear that? That was some stupid ass shit. I can pull that up if you guys want to listen to it, but, you know. Anyway, back to between those two, you got Janet Yellen, the goddamn loony bird fucking bridge troll, and then Buttigieg. Every time he gets up there to talk about anything, it somehow relates back to his recently born kids that he took 2 months paternity leave for. Newsflash. Pete Buttigieg is gay with a husband, and so neither of them gave birth. And I know that's horrible for me to say that, right? Horrible. Absolutely. I mean, just horrible. I mean, the guy's got he's a member of the cabinet of the United States of America. Department of Transportation. It's kind of a big deal. 2 months paternity leave. Comes back, telling stories about his family situation. Not that I got any issue with that. I don't. I would much rather see children. I mean, I don't care. I don't get that. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't give a shit. But the thing is I don't think when you're in that position, you need to take 2 fucking months off. When you've got a supply chain crisis going on, when you've got, container ships flopping around out there in the fucking Pacific Ocean, and you've got, the containers coming off, going on trains, and people are just jumping up on there with bolt loppers and just cutting the locks and they're throwing N95 masks, they're throwing test kits, they're throwing anything out of those fucking cars that they can. I mean, everybody saw the footage. It was ridiculous. And this is the guy that's in charge of that type of shit, and he's on paternity leave for, come on. We all know what's real and what's not. And here's my example, okay? Here's how we know what's real, okay? Ketanji Brown Jackson gets up there, takes a stand, is asked if she can define a woman, says no, she's not a biologist. She can't, okay? You're being appointed to the highest court in the land, and you can't define a woman. So that's a major red flag, okay? And then, por ejemplo, this nitwit with the sailboat nose, I'm not going to say his name, from Illinois, decides to climb up on top of a building and let off a volley of 70 rounds of ammo. He then changes his clothing into what every news media outfit and the police defined as women's clothing. Nobody says a word about it. It's repeated on the news. It's repeated online. It's repeated everywhere. They even show pictures of it saying there he is in women's clothing. Now, if a judge who's a member of the highest court in the land cannot define what a woman is, how can we define what women's clothing is and just be okay with putting that out there? I've asked this question repeatedly. I've not got an answer. I don't think anybody cares. I don't think anybody even fucking looks into this shit. I don't think anybody thinks about it. I don't know. I mean, every time I've brought this up with anybody that's got a look at sense, they look at me and they go, oh yeah, geez, I didn't even think about that. It's like, yeah, well, guess what? I mean, these are the things I happen to look at. I mean, You know, I mean, there's really there's not anybody in this whole outfit that isn't corrupt other than a handful. And I'm not going to go through and read the list of names because you might disagree with me, but I mean, I sat down and thought about it. I put a list out, but I'm not going to read it. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 that I can count in, either in the Senate or the House of Reps or, anywhere else in the government, in the federal government that's worth a damn. That's not corrupt. I mean, these people that are the lawmakers, I should say, because I know that obviously others are not. But the lawmakers, yeah, I mean, come on. And then Brandon gets the Rona second time, days after he grandstands about my predecessor got flown to Walter. Well, there was no fucking goddamn, hey, dipshit, there was no fucking jab at the time. And it was a different strain, you dipshit. I mean, he doesn't understand that. I mean, he didn't have it the first round. I did. I know what that strain was like, and it damn near killed me. And I know what the Delta was like, too. It wasn't that much fun either. Now, I'm guessing the Omicron isn't, but I haven't had the unicorn. But that's all that fucking Slow-Mo has had. So how's he to know? And he's Mr. Workout, challenge you to a push-up contest or a standing on a bike contest. How about we go in the parking lot, stand on a bike? See how you do there, fat? Fall up some stairs. Still, one of the most amazing feats I've ever seen in my life. That's the first time I've ever seen anybody fall up the stairs. So, hey, he's got that going for him, I mean, that is truly phenomenal. I mean, we need to fall up some motherfucking stairs. You got some juice, you know what I'm saying? You got some juice. Fall up the motherfucking stairs. Come on, man. The meme, though, the golf ball. Yeah, well, we don't need to go there because that'll make people upset. I don't want to upset anybody. I don't want to. Oh, goodness. You're so worried about your sensitive dispositions. All you little bundles of joy out there. No, this is stupid. Absolutely stupid. I mean, we got inflation going through the roof. We got people worried about fucking pronouns. I'm probably going to get banned again, I'm sure. I mean, who knows? Land of the free, home of the brave. Yeah. Well, might want to reevaluate that. Because I don't see a lot of freedom going on right now, and I don't see a lot of bravery. I mean, other than the fake, oh, you're so brave. Yeah. I mean, as I said on a post earlier, I said, you're about as free as a gerbil that they put up Mr. Slave's ass on South Park. You know what I mean? I mean, you listen to Slow-Mo, the book stops with me. No, it doesn't. He passes it on every time. So it seems to me that all of us, we need to take some accountability. We're the ones that have let this go on. We're the ones that have allowed this to happen. And like I said, if you're happy with what's going on right now, then please comment. Put something in there. Respond. Let's have an interaction. Let's have a conversation about this. If you're one of the 12% of the people out there that actually think that what's going on right now is a good thing, then make a comment. Set me straight. Okay? Prove me wrong. Tell me how great it is and show me why. I'd like to see that. I don't think that anybody's having a good time right now. And it doesn't matter if you're, whatever race you are. It doesn't matter anything. You're not having a good time. I mean, I don't know anybody that's having a good time. Everybody I talk to is not having a good time. And yeah, you might say, well, you live in Wyoming. Fucking nobody. Guess what? There's a lot of people. I mean, this is one of the biggest tourist destinations in the country. And don't think that I don't talk to people when I run into them. I ask people questions. I mean, I just talked to a cat at the grocery store. Asian dude with a mask on walks by, sees my Dodger hat. Says, nice hat, man. I said, thanks, bro. I said, you from L.A.? He says, yeah, man. And we stopped and we had a little conversation. And I asked him, I said, it must have been a bitch to get your ass out here, man. I said, shit, how'd you guys afford it? And he's like, well, that's why there's 4 of us, And I mean, these are people not having a good time. Nobody I talk to is having a good time. I mean, it's bullshit. I mean, I don't know what else to say. But, the thing with the whole China deal, yeah, okay, you can get up there and say, yeah, she should go and just show those Chinese what the deal is and has been since like 1979, 1980, that Taiwan is part of China. Like, that's the deal. I mean, we've acknowledged that. That's been the deal. Is it the right deal? I'm not the one to say, but it is the deal. And when it says that we can't go in there doing any kind of, sending diplomats and shit like that in there. Now, granted, it has happened in the past, but right now tensions are a little high. Uh-oh, I'm going to have to switch up. Let's see, are we coming back? It's trying to. Oh, there. Okay, we're back. See, I was going to have to change cameras. At that point, I just have to shut it all down. I don't know how to change the camera. Actually, I think I can. Let's see. Oh, I got a piece of tape up over that. There, look at that. There we are. That's almost a better picture, isn't it? Interesting. And everybody gets to see my awesome posters. Anyway, I don't know. It's disheartening. It really is. I love the people in this country. I love the country. I love where I live. I love, shit, everybody I know it, I mean, it's like, except for those people that I don't, which happen to, I mean, really, I'm trying to think of people out there in the community that I really don't, I mean, I don't know, pretty much try and get along with everybody, I mean, the ones I don't like are these oligarchs. These people that are so far out of touch with what they're putting us through that they don't give a fuck about us. They don't care. That's the thing that's frustrating, is they don't care. And we keep voting them in. And so, and I shouldn't even say we, because it's not we. I voted one time in my life. And I voted for Obama in 2008. Am I a neocon, crazy right-winger? I had an Obama shirt. I had an Obama sticker on my truck in Cody, Wyoming, for fuck's sake. And that didn't work out too good. The only thing I see good that came out of that, like I've always said, was that my good buddy K-Pook was, released. Got to go home after a very unjust sentence. And a number of other cats that I knew too got to go home. That shouldn't have been there for I mean, you look at this shit. I mean, I don't know if anybody saw that 16-year-old kid the other day. He gets out and goes and fucking just starts fighting a cop. And he goes, released, no bail. I mean, the last time I was involved in the legal system, which hopefully it's never again, but the last time I was, it was like, you don't put hands on a cop. You're kind of asking for some problems. Especially when you just got out. And when you have a history of violence. Probably not the best idea, but what do I know? I mean, there we go. I'm back on the other camera. I don't know which one I like better. Camera 1, camera 2. Anyway, I'm going to sign it off. I'm going to shut it down for the night. And, I don't know what. I think I'm going to put a tattoo on. I got a number of them drawn up. I got Mayor Adam West with a shotgun. I think I'm going to have him sitting next to Quagmire with a shotgun at him. How about that? I'm going to tattoo some violence on myself. But no one can see it. It's on my leg. and it's funny. I'm a clown. I'm here to amuse you. Me and Joe fucking Pesci. Anyway, on that note, oh, there we go. The camera's in, out. It's just cutting in. It's cutting out. It's doing what it wants. We'll just kill that one. I don't know what's wrong with that thing. I'm going to have to throw it out the window. Anybody want a Canon Rebel EOS T7? It was the best camera I could buy after the two Sonys got stolen. So there it is. I got that in this webcam. I have another webcam. I have 3 other I've got other cameras. I shouldn't say that. I'm very fortunate. Very lucky dude. Anyway, on that note, take you out like we always do. Be good or be good at it. In all things, be kind. And do no harm. And if you do, make it right as soon as possible. On that note, stay up, y'all. Love y'all. Good night. It's Saturday night. Go out and get stupid. Be somebody. For me, because I'm not going anywhere.